Hey folks, Atreusmonk here, playing some more Sunless Sea. We're kind of setting an indirect course toward the Cthulian Canal right now. Trying to explore some more of this water here. Let's go dark for a little bit here. Uh-oh. Full power to the engines. And turn the light off. That is a western angler crab. Okay. Alright. Oh. The Dubois Maelstrom. Yeah, we don't want to get sucked into that. That would be one way to die. What are you? Pigmote Isle, southeast of Crab Cake. Do you have a dock? Yes, you do, down here. Discovered Saint Haven. Okay. A lonely desert beach. Let's see what awaits us. War? As you step on the quay, you hear clamor, shouts, and shot. You can see off in the distance smoke rising from beyond the hill and dots of fire flecking the horizon. Two tiny figures stand a little further down the quay, unmoving as if awaiting your approach. The figures are rodents. To your left is a Radis Faber, wearing goggles, a blacksmith's apron, and an assortment of tools. To your right is an unusually large guinea pig, wearing a helmet and breastplate reminiscent of nothing so much as the high Middle Ages. The rat steps forward first and bows. "Welcome, Captain, to Rat Star Island. I am Edgar, Second Chief Engineer of the 3rd Rat Brigade. I invite you to avail yourself of food and fuel at our expense. The only cost to you is a choice." The rat steps back. At precisely the same moment, with what appears to be the ease of long habit, the guinea pig scuttles forward and makes a declamatory chirp. "Welcome, Captain, to the Isle of Cavia. I am Lady Augusta Devereux Swinch of the Blackwater Swinches, Seneschal to our King Gracenaw, first of his name. I invite you to avail yourself of food and fuel at our expense. The only cost to you is a choice." What choice? They sound so well rehearsed. Your question must needs be tentative. They sound so rehearsed. To whom will you speak first? Chief Engineer. You ask the Chief Engineer to elaborate. He looks at you for a long, measured moment before speaking gruffly. "We came to this island to make a home for ourselves away from London, its cats and snuffers, its rat-skin suits. We came to live as citizens of our own republic. We came with our tools, our teeth, our clever hands, and we made a beautiful city by the light of the rat star that shone bright and blue on Mount Ararat." The Chief Engineer nods towards the distant hill. "One day we braved the depths of the Chicken Woods, and from the top of Mount Ararat we plucked the rat star to be our light, our beacon, and our flag. But the pigs of Kavi saw the light, and they lusted for it. They sent armies to rule us and steal our star. We will not permit them to take what is ours. We will resist to our last breath. Will you join us in defeating them? Speak to the seneschal. The seneschal clears her throat, with a delicacy to rival the duchess's own before speaking. Grace not the king, our lord and sovereign. Full 7 months had sojourned the sea, conquered this land and won the southern main. Now no fortress against him shall remain, no city walls be left for him to gain, save the rats that squeak behind mountain. Unlikely was the lamb of our deliverance, assured shall be our glories and their fall, when our lady's eye restored be to our hall. The seneschal composes herself, then adds, We saw truth and beauty by the light our lady's eye on Mount Caveat, but the rats, with their guns and their chatter and their peasant politics, stole it from us. We will subjugate them and take it back. They are a rabble, and we will rule them with the steel-shod velvet of our paws. Will you join us? We've heard enough to make a choice. And personally, we could attempt to broker peace, but I think I'm going to favor the chief engineer. You've made the right choice. Let me show you around. Chief engineer leads you to the northern side of the island, skirting the chicken woods. You pass through a number of what can only be termed checkpoints, as fierce-eyed rats shoulder their derringers and salute the chief engineer. Soon you come upon a small colony, smaller than some of the infestations you've encountered in London flats. Only perhaps 50 Ratisfaber altogether, working diligently to fortify their side of the island. The first thing you notice is a brilliant light beaming out from a stump of chicken wood about 6 feet high. It bathes the whole settlement in a clean blue glow and is almost too bright to look at. By its light you can see several raised mounds of earth, suggesting shallow tunnels. An efficient fishing operation is set up by the water. An albino rat mends nets while others stab sharpened sticks into the waves. Further inland is a barracks where a sergeant barks drills at a small squadron of fighters. Your arrival draws attention, and several rats pause in their work to look at you curiously. Welcome to Marinia, says the chief engineer, voice warm with pride. It's not much to look at now, but it will be once we've rousted the cavies. Take a stroll around while I summon the war council. Let's see. Yeah, let's head to the barracks. You approach the drill sergeant and go so far as to salute her, which earns you a grunt of satisfaction. The sergeant dismisses her troops and offers you a bit of chickenwood jerky to gnaw on. There's more of us below ground, she explains, but not enough. The cavies are bigger and there's more of them. We are better with weapons, but we haven't got the stuff to make 'em with. Most of us came here as stowaways and brought nothing but food, tools, and the fur on our backs. We can fish and we nibble the chicken woods, but we can't make guns out of trees. The cavies came with their own steamer and seem to have endless supplies. We raid 'em sometimes, but there's so few of us, and we can never hold on to the territory gained for long. But that's of no consequence. All we want is to be left in peace to build our republic. And the Rat Star, she adds thoughtfully after a moment. Of course, we want that too. Now let's look at the beach. An albino rat smiles quietly up at you from his mending work, dainty and a little shy. Chickenwood floats, especially when it's dried out and sealed, so we're able to paddle out a bit and cast our nets. We come up with all sorts of things. Blind fish, crabs, sometimes a chunk of broken tentacle, but the fishing would never be so good without the Rat Star. He beams in kind. I think it only draws good fish and keeps the scary ones at bay. I know the chief science officer doesn't believe it, but I do. That light is our livelihood. Now let's look at the Rat Star. It's not a star, of course. Not really. But try explaining that to the others. The chief engineer doesn't want me working too hard to convince them. Says this is better for morale. But look at it. Look! She offers you her goggles. You manage to work them over just enough of one of your eyes to see the truth of what's in the bowl. It's scintillac, but unlike any you've seen before. Blue as sapphire, but more brilliant. Something about the clarity of its color is tremendously soothing. The chief science officer titters with pleasure as you hand her goggles back. Those of us who've been to the Cavi side of the island and lived to tell of it say there's plenty of glow there, plenty of bright in the water all round, but nothing like this. We took this from the island's center, Mount Ararat. Only it's not a mountain, of course, any more than this is a star. It's hollow. There's sweet water inside, and coral crawling all up the walls of it. But nothing that glows save this. It's ours now, and no one can take it from us. So now we're going to wait for the War Council. Oh my. High risk challenge. Offer assistance with strategy or attack them ourselves. Those are high risk for us. We can offer supplies. Sort of. We gained 1 fuel, 1 hearts, lost some terror. Your crew haul one of the deck guns to shore, and the chief engineer nods in gratitude. It's a clumsy bugger and no mistake, but we can break it down into parts easily enough, and there will be plenty of scrap left over to make bullets. In exchange, the rats give you their provisions. The salted fish proves surprisingly restorative, and dried chicken wood appears to make tolerable fuel. As they pass by the glow of the rat star on their way back to the ship, each member of your crew seems to hold their head a little higher and breathe a little easier. Lost 2 supplies, lost 5 terror, gained 1 fuel, gained 1 hearts. Yeah, sure. Now have a port report from here. The Republic Ascendant. Oh, they'd repair us. They'd repair 20 points of hull. Or if we had a docile Blimmigan. Right now, let's refuel. Okay, they gave us 1 supply, 2 fuel. That's all for now. Okay. Yeah, no shops or nothing. Okay, let's look at the chart. We're headed that way. So we're headed pretty much due west from here. Lick-a-Monkey Crag. Okay. Ship's just appearing out of nowhere, man. Do you have a name? Passed by you before, but something awaits me in port. Uh-oh. Ooh. Lights off. Ow. Oh crap, yeah. Let's not try to engage these guys. Can we dock? Probably not. Ow! Get out of here. Get away from me, you jellyfish. Let me into the harbor here. Oh, they're conspiring to try not to. We still do not have enough fuel to go up to the surface. Listen for that. Okay, good. We have a vision of the surface. And we have a port report. And yeah, let's head back to London. Seems like there must be a way around there. Oh. Go faster. No, turn off the full power thing. There we go. Oh. You've pushed your engines too far. Oh no, we lost 2 crew, 17 hull. Ooh. Well, that was too bad. Beware your occasional, yeah, okay, I see. Your engines will occasionally explode. Oh. Dang it. Get out of there. Light off. Oh my goodness. Seriously? Whoa, ramming. I'm just trying to get away from you guys. Oh my goodness. Go away. Fine. Or not. Stupid thing. Well, that was a lot of hull damage we didn't want to take. A lot of hull damage. Yes, we are indeed low on supplies. Message from the harbor master. Okay. Yes, he still wants his stuff. Alarming scholar. We have that, so we can get some more echo, which is good. One change point, 2 more needed to reach level 3. Okay, my lodgings. Yes, we'll read the morning papers. Yeah, let's rest. Go into the city proper. Hire some more crew. A genial magician. Is quite the engineer. Or a doctor. There's a haunted doctor. No, I don't need a surgeon or an engineer. I don't need any of you. Do need to go to the Admiralty's survey office. Turn in some port reports. Oh. Let's go to the dry dock here. We can get a complete hull repair with our current favors. For only 25 echo. That's a pretty good deal. Let's see. Those would be nice to have, but I don't really know that we want to. I think we're going to go out to the salt lines and pick up that stuff and come back. See what we can make from that. What we will need... I think we were pretty much done with the... Yeah, we were done with the Admiralty. Let's spend 10 echo with our free evening. We were fortunate. And yes, it will be with the likely lass. Don't think I came down to the docks just to see you. I've got business here, but alright, it did cross my mind that you might drop by. It's harder to say goodbye this time. Okay. Let's... No, not the naval surplus. But the provisioners. Let's buy some more fuel, and we have got to have more supplies. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, let's... Do we have... Yeah, okay, we just barely... Oh! Who sent it, and what does it say? Oh, an unexpected letter. Yes. Return to London as soon as you may. I have a child. Allowing you to take 2, and they may become a scion, allowing you to take 2 legacies. Oh my. I'll have to improve my lodgings first. What do I need to do that anyway? I need 1,000 echo for the elegant townhouse. Okay. Well, maybe this will be our, maybe this trip out to the Salt Lions will be our fortune maker. We'll do what we kind of been doing here, though. We'll go up to Hunter's Keep. Especially since we have recent news. We could get Salt's favor again. If they're not going to give it to us already. Or get Salt's attention. And deal with our early hunger. And help out with our supply count. Okay. Yeah. Fort report. News, news, news. Talk to Cynthia. To get Salt there. Not really sure what's going on when we have that lunch there. It's like she's talking about murder, like maybe we're, you know, eating people. It's not entirely clear. But hopefully this deal at the Salt Lions is still here. Oh. Okay. Let's do Salt's rights. Compile our port report. And yes, we have 20 units of spare cargo hold. We have 20 Sphinx stone. Alright. Now let's see here. Yeah, we'll just go that way. Just pretty much go straight. So I guess they call this whole thing the Neath? As in underneath? Yep, the sailors dawdle at the rail, watching for the sights of London. Alright. Dock. Messages from the harbor master. We have here, yes, we want to deliver the Sphinx stone. 500 echo. Earned enough echoes to get better equipment for my ship. A new engine or deck weapon would be a good first purchase. Yes, yes, it probably would. Go here. Nope. No more than 2, huh? I have... Huh, okay. I need to go up to Vendorbite to see about this thing up here. Yeah. 2 change points. 1 more needed for level 3. We now have 800. Engine power plus 800. Or a better deck weapon. Plus 5 for my iron stat. Warm up time. I'll read the papers again. We do have a bridge spot. Do not consume. Yes, that would make it very visible. Everything very visible. So that equips to auxiliary. Ensuring that your engine never explodes at full power. So funny. So funny that. Now let's buy a better deck weapon. So we can go there and sell our old one. And let's see. Iron and Misery Company. We could buy a better engine. Barely. Fails plus 2 or hearts plus 1. You know what? Yes. You're going to be our mascot right now, Mr. Albino Tinkerer. No, no secrets. No strange catch. Okay. That'll reduce terror a little. We don't need to go anywhere out here in London right now. Don't need to hire more crew or anything like that. And that's one thing here is that apparently, like, this, I think, is the... It's like a reusable version of this, maybe? I'm not sure. Really not sure. Forward weapon. It's a monster, are you? Or it's a monster, are you? Powerful weapon that relies on torpedo attacks. Oh. Okay. Caminus Yard's damnation. Speak not of it. And their compulsion engine. Okay. Buy a little more fuel. Buy a little bit of supplies. And I'll see you folks next time when we'll leave London and go see about this shop, see about this restaurant in Vendorbite. Until then.